When you sit by the lake, you don't realize that the water you're sitting by is getting wasted by the second. Year-round, there are diversions being made outside of our Great Lakes Basin. There are around 15 diversions being made year-round. This may not seem like a lot, but just in one small city, 8.2 million gallons of water a day are getting diverted. We don't need to be diverting water out of our Great Lakes Basin. In December of 2005, 8 Great Lakes governors got together to build a document so they could secure protection over our 5 Great Lakes. It began its long journey of being a bill. After almost 3 years, the law got passed by Congress and signed on October 8, 2008 by the President of the United States. This document is called the Great Lakes Water Compact. The Great Lakes Water Compact includes many points, such as a limited amount of water can be delivered out of the Great Lakes Basin. The 8 Great Lakes governors all have to agree about a diversion being made. The city must have a legitimate reason to need a diversion, and many more topics. There's only been one main problem in this document. It allows water to be diverted. A water diversion is any transfer of water across a watershed boundary through a man-made pipeline or canal. Even though the Great Lakes Compact allows diversions, it is very hard to get one accepted. Waukesha is a smaller city in Wisconsin, and it is a suburb of Milwaukee. Waukesha is part of the Mississippi watershed and about 1 mile out of the Great Lakes watershed. There's one big problem with Waukesha, and it deals with the fresh water supply. The aquifer under Waukesha is polluted with a naturally occurring contaminant called radium, and this makes the water not able to be drank. Waukesha has applied for a water diversion of a maximum of 10.1 million gallons a day. Waukesha was accepted on the diversion, but the maximum that they could take out was decreased to 8.2 million gallons of water a day. With Waukesha starting to draw water, they're slowly draining water of our Great Lakes. Waukesha is taking water from Oak Creek by a 27-mile pipeline, and they use it for water for indoor and outdoor uses. It would cost about $200 million to put the pipeline into the ground. This will cause the water rate to go up 2 or 3 times higher than it is now in Waukesha. When the citizens of Waukesha use water for indoors, they use it for things like laundry, cleaning dishes, drinking water, and many more uses. This water is used, then treated, and then sent back into the Root River, which leads to the Lake Michigan, and put back into Great Lakes Basin and back into the ecosystem. Although not all the water is coming back into the Great Lakes, we end up losing approximately 2 million gallons of water a day just in Waukesha. This may not seem like a lot of water is going out of the Great Lakes, but it is. Just think of how much water is going to Waukesha, and consider in the summers water is being used to fill pools, water grass, and even just to get cooled off. All the water used for outdoor uses will never get back into our Great Lakes ecosystem. Instead, it will go to the Mississippi watershed. Diversions of water within the Great Lakes Basin has become a big deal. The Great Lakes hold 20% of the world's fresh water. That is the largest fresh water gathered in one place on Earth. The Waukesha diversion has become a big deal because of the amount of water that is being diverted. With Waukesha diverting 8.2 million gallons a day, assuming that 2 million gallons a day are being used for irrigation and other outdoor activities, approximately 3 billion gallons of water a year are going to the small city of Waukesha, and then we are losing close to 730 million gallons in that year. The city itself only has around 70,000 people living in it. As more and more people are being born, fresh water is becoming harder and harder to have. This means that because the Great Lakes have so much of the Earth's fresh water, people will be zoned into taking our natural resources. As Mr. Christensen, an 8th grade English teacher, said, do we really want to lose all of our fresh water by giving our water away to cities and water bottle companies? We need to protect our natural resource and not divert it anywhere outside of our Great Lakes Basin. The Great Lakes is one thing that makes Michigan, well, Michigan. Taking away the Great Lakes is like taking away someone's personality. The person would not be the same. You'd be taking away what makes the person unique and different. Water is something everyone needs. Be cautious and use water as properly as you can. And don't waste it. Water is a natural resource and we don't want it to go away. Once it is gone, it is never coming back. The water in the Great Lakes is important to almost 10 million people. 8.2 million gallons a day is a lot for a small town. 8.2 million gallons a day. Diverting water out of the Great Lakes Basin is hurting our entire ecosystem.